Amika George, she's the founder of #FreePeriods, a campaign set up to ensure that no girl lives in period poverty, as it's known, and she joins me now. You were nodding along there with everything that Alicia was saying, and it just seems so bizarre that we're talking about this in this day and age. It's crazy. I know it's different in England. In Scotland, in schools in Scotland, it's free. Yeah. Isn't it? And you just want the rest of the country to get in line.
Exactly. So the Scottish Government will be providing the products free in all schools, colleges and universities. So period poverty will end there. Yeah. But there are still girls in the UK missing school every month for a week, just because they can't afford pads and tampons. So it's just ridiculous.
It's absolutely crazy. It makes no sense at all. And clearly it's something that you're very passionate about.
Definitely. I'm 18 and I've just finished school, so going to school and seeing girls kind of getting an amazing education, and it's something that obviously every child deserves. And to think that there are girls who are missing really significant chunks of the curriculum just because of poverty, I think the government really needs to step in and start providing them for free to give every girl an education.
Because there's that, which is the fact that people can't afford sanitary products, which is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
But there's also, I think, another issue, and Alicia touched on that as well, which is the so-called shame. Feeling embarrassed, and that we have to get rid of, don't we?
Definitely. I think it's just been a really outdated and historic approach that we've taken to periods, that all girls feel so embarrassed of them, and really they're such an amazing thing. They should be celebrated. They're what allows us to reproduce at the end of the day, and they're a really integral part of our womanhood. So I think it's so important that we encourage the next generation of young girls to just be really open and proud of them. And we held this protest outside Downing Street last year where everyone was just screaming about periods and chanting and singing, dressed in red, and it was just the most amazing celebration of menstruation.
Did you feel really empowered by that?
I did.
Because you're not just there on your own. You know, there's an awful lot of people who are just really sick and tired of this, and say, for goodness sake, attitudes have got to change, and some money has to come through as well. Definitely. The government has said, they're saying through the tampon tax fund, they're saying 1.5 million will be available to help distribute products to young women and girls in England, but it's not every school. They're doing it on a, like, if the school wants to opt in kind of thing,
exactly.
I believe.
And I think the money's only for a year. So obviously this isn't a long-term solution to period poverty, which is why the campaign is continuing to ask for a long-term pledge to provide them in schools.
It's kind of like they've said that to make you go away.
Exactly.
But you're not going anywhere, are you?
Definitely not.
Absolutely not. What sort of reaction have you had? I mean, obviously, social media is really, really important. Yeah. You must have had a huge reaction on that too.
I have. So I started the petition in April last year, and very quickly it started to take off. At the moment it has almost 180,000 signatures, and that's just kind of been really amazing for me because I just started it very randomly. I just felt really strongly that it needs to end, and then to see this many people support it, and then 2,000 people actually show up 5 days before Christmas on a really cold day to really display how angry they were really publicly. That was just the most incredible feeling.
It's amazing. So, it actually is. I know you're going to go into New York soon. You're getting an award in New York. Congratulations. That's fantastic.
Thanks so much.
But this is a very, very important forum over there, isn't it?
It is. I'm really excited to kind of be talking about period poverty on a more international level, because it's obviously something that's happening all over the world, and so I'm hoping that being at the Goalkeepers event will allow international leaders to take notice of period poverty in their own countries too.
For sure. You're going off to Cambridge, I know. Will you still continue to campaign?
Definitely. I think it's going to be a lot of hard work while I'm there, but I wouldn't give up the campaign ever, and so I'm going to do what I can while I'm there and definitely keep fighting, because I feel so strongly that it has to end.
That's brilliant, Amika. Thank you so much. Will you come back when you're Prime Minister?
I'd love to.
It's great. Thank you. Continue the work that you're doing, because it's your generation that's making all the difference.